This right here, this is no longer a fortress that when opponents come, they fear. This is bloody rumah kebajikan. You want points, you come over. We'll give you points. How many points? 1 point. You want 3 points? Come over. Manchester United 1, Southampton 1. Let's go. Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya Buatan Malaysia. If you're new to our channel, please like, share, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you'll be notified when we go live or when we release a new video.
Yap, so pada mereka yang baru nampak kita punya YouTube channel ni, okay, JomUnited ni bukan sekadar YouTube channel saja. Kita ni boleh kata komuniti bola sepak untuk Malaysia. So semua pasal Man United bola semua masuk dekat Telegram group kat bawah tu. Boleh join kat bawah tu. Ada Telegram, masuk saja. Jom kita kutuk setiap player Man United sekarang. Masuk sekarang.
Okay, and don't forget, links in the description. Please rate the players, all right, and also vote for a man of the match. We obviously know who is the man of the match. Anyway, this caught my eye, all right. C. Now, right, this C thing is becoming a mockery, It's no longer something that we can be proud of, be excited with. It's becoming a mockery that the rival fans are using it against us. I'm very sure that every Arsenal fan, Spurs fan, Liverpool fan, whoever, they're shouting C at this very moment. Okay, so guys, what the hell is wrong with us? It's not one time, not 2 times, 3 times already. The same old crap. First half, fantastic. Second half, switch off. What the hell is going on, Smurf?
I told you guys, when we kept a clean sheet against West Ham, what's going to happen? Maguire had a minimum requirement game at that time. But what happened after that? There was no clean sheet for 3 games. And you're talking about Middlesbrough. You're talking about Burnley. And now, today, you're talking about Southampton. I mean, this is disgraceful. This is totally disgraceful. To be honest, today, the entire game, 95 minutes, 97 minutes, because we had 2 minutes extra in the first half and 5 minutes in the second half, 97 in total. Where was the leadership in the team? There was nobody taking charge. It was supposed to be for Maguire. But basically, Maguire is shit, if you ask me. He's a shit player, he's a shit captain. Put it that way. What Ralph Rudnick said previously, I think it's just a matter of time that Heavy Maguire will come out and discover his form. Let's put it this way. The only form that he needs to discover is basically the bloody transfer form, sign it and get out of the club.
You know what? Usually we talk about our defense and whatnot. Now it seems like even our attacks, we can't do anything. We are so, I think earlier Smurf mentioned, we are relying on long balls and whatnot. There's no proper, we can't defend, we can't attack, we can't do crap. We can't do anything right now. Raj, what's your take on this, Raj?
I will still blame on the weakness in our defense is the reason that all 3 midfield, if you see most of the time, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba and McTominay have to play deep because they have to babysit the shithead of a captain that we have. All right. To be very honest, I just wish they had used condoms in the 80s, encouraged condoms in the 80s, because we wouldn't have had Harry Maguire as a captain now, in line of the great captains that we have had in this team. I mean, looking at how it was, I think Ashley Young was a better captain, was definitely a better captain, a better servant to the club than Harry Maguire ever be in his entire life, to be completely honest. I mean, it's really sad. Like you see in one half, you see Varane coming across to defend when Harry Maguire actually commits for a tackle that he is miles off, and then he starts taking a jog that even my grandmother, who has passed away long ago, can run faster than that. When she was in the late 80s, she passed away in 1996, by the way. So that is how bad he is. And when Varane misses a tackle, what does Harry Maguire do? Instead of running across to block the ball, he actually runs towards David De Gea, leaving the whole left-hand side exposed.
You can actually see this countless times, time and time again, leaving exposed. I
Yes.
think, you know, by doing this, right, they actually, again, okay, this one I'm going to point to Pijala, all right, because Ralph Ragnick, all right, someone who is so, how to say, precise and very, very, how to say, take into consideration all his tactics, formations and whatnot. Do you really think that we are organized at the back at the very moment? Mute, you're on mute, bro. You're mute, bro.
Unmute, Vijay.
No. All these things about Ralph Rangnick saying are all bullshit. This is now the time I say Ralph Rangnick is just another deluded coach that we have. After Ole, Ralph Rangnick is the next one. This is coming from me directly. You guys can say he is the professor. He is someone who can do this. He coaching Klopp. He's coaching Tuchel. But he even can't coach Harry Maguire and also our defensive line how to be a proper defensive. Dah, don't stop bullshit. Semua yang cakap pasal tu semua bullshit. Diam.
Okay, we got a comment
Wait,
here.
I've got one question for Pijal. You said after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that means you're also saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a deluded manager.
I agree. After he has been sacked, he is a deluded coach. Of course, I agree with that. Now we have Ralph Rangnick. So Ralph Rangnick is not a deluded coach. So what's the problem now? No,
Okay,
if you are saying he is not, if the first game happens, it's okay. I understand. It's a player's fault. Second game, I understand. It's a player's fault too. Now it's 3 games straight against a bottom 10 team. Why? Why is this happening?
This I definitely agree with you.
First half,
I agree with you.
First half you can have 10 million shots and maybe 2 on goal or 2 on target. But second half suddenly it becomes like what? We have become like teams like Salford City. I better look Salford City playing rather than I watch Man United playing right now. You know?
No, this is what I have to agree with you, Pijal. On Ralph Rangnick, put it this way. I agree with you. I'm not against you. At the end of the day, when he came into Manchester United, he did mention that he wants the team to play control football with the ball, without the ball. What happened today? I mean, don't talk about 2-3 games ago. Don't talk about Middlesbrough. Don't talk about Burnley. Talk about what we have just witnessed about 10 minutes ago. For the first 10 minutes, what gameplay did we have? We were just throwing and passing the ball, pumping the ball forward. That's about it. That's not a gameplay. You do not control the game, pumping the ball forward. Yes, we got lucky with one Bruno Fernandes right to Rashford, and Rashford took a square pass. Correct me if I'm wrong, it was not a cross. It was a square pass, and Sancho, intelligent run inside the defender. Yes, he had a tap in, deflected a little bit, and he went in the goal. That's about it. For 10 minutes, our forwards was just simply running like headless chickens because the ball was being pumped from the back. There is no control to the game. And what did Ralph do in the second half? Nothing. I mean, there was no improvement to the game. We considered the goal in the second half and we played the same thing. In fact, if you ask me personally, I've not seen the stats, but I feel that, I mean, looking at the game, that Southampton basically had more possession, more control of the game compared to Manchester United. So, this is
I think Ralph. Okay, I've been actually how to say, I'm not very skeptical of Ralph, except one thing, his selection of players. Before this, we mentioned the selection of merits and whatnot. But Harry Maguire, we actually pointed out that day, if he were to start Harry Maguire, number 1, and number 2, Marcus Rashford. I got to call out Marcus Rashford. I think he is shit. He needs to be benched. He cannot start any more games. It's frustrating to watch. I think today, for the first time, right, I'm much more frustrated watching Marcus Rashford than watching Harry Maguire. What's your take on that, Raj?
To be completely honest, Marcus Rashford still busy killing fans since the last 2 years. I think that's what he's busy trying to do. He's trying to shoot to the fans and give dedicated balls. I think after the whole COVID pandemic and him doing a lot of charity, I think he wants to be charitable and give the opponent teams points, because that's what he has been doing all along. If you ask me today, instead of crossing, he's either whacking the ball somewhere, and to join him on the right hand side most of the time is Dalot. Dalot does the same nonsense as well. So I honestly don't know what is wrong with Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford, to be completely honest, is a player who's totally off form. He looks like another overhyped English player along with Harry Maguire. And to be completely honest, give more chances to Anthony Ilanga, or since Martial is not around, bring in one of the youngsters and push them in and integrate them into the team. That would be a better call. I think Rashford shouldn't start games alongside. Definitely, you know why we are going on Maguire? Because of his performance the last game and that horror show that he almost cost us the second goal with. Did you all see what happened? He tried to actually throw in a leg and he
Ballerina.
completely missed the player, and he was just lucky that there was no proper contact in the penalty box and not to concede a penalty. And you are a freaking captain of the team. You don't take ownership of the team. The first half, when there is a simple ball for you to clear up, what you do, you start crying, oh my God, why you all are giving me this much work? This is what probably you would have shouted at everyone. That was what he was doing in the first half.
Okay, we got a comment by Martin. Rashford is overrated. Prove me wrong. Another comment by Martin. Martial better than Rashford, but you guys aren't ready. I'm ready, bro. Anytime. You want to make this a 1 hour session, no problem. Have you seen that cross that Martial did? But anyway, we'll talk about that some other time now, right? We got another comment by Doc. Bring in Mata. You know, for once, right, I would agree to actually play Mata instead of Rashford. That's how much I'm frustrated watching Rashford
Agreed.
at this moment. Okay, I think like just now Smurf mentioned, some were saying that, oh, he actually assisted the goal. Any blind bet, any competent player, even a standard 6 kind of footballer would have passed the ball, squared past the ball, right? Like you mentioned, Smurf.
Square pass.
And then
It's a square
you
pass.
would have produced an assist also. So it's no big deal. The main catalyst of that goal was Bruno Fernandes' fantastic pass. All right. So we got to look beyond that. Other than that run that Rashford did, what else did he contribute to the game?
Standard
Okay,
lah,
let
running into defenders, as simple as that.
The same thing over and over again. Again, that's why I don't know why start Marcus Rashford. Do you think that Pijal, do you think that maybe they want to make use of his pace and whatnot? The long balls, the pace to
I think if you ask me, that's the I think around one reason kenapa, because you can see how Southampton playing. They are playing in the high line during the first half tau. Maksudnya memang dia orang banyak highlight. So can see how many times there are few times yang mana Bruno bagi on top long ball going behind the defender's line. So those are the thing that memang boleh track. Tapi macam you cakap lah, frustrated lah watching Rashford, because in the second half Ralf Rangnick could have done better. Mungkin even kalau dia keluarkan Rashford, dia masukkan Mata pun okay, because Southampton dah start main defensive line now when after they score. So bila defender Southampton dah start main ni, masuk je Juan Mata. Juan Mata can do something that Rashford can do, which is like playing this unbelievable football, unbelievable ball tau. Because kita tahu
unlocking the
defender. Yeah, those itu ya, I tak faham kenapa Rani dia still nak masukkan, dia nak keluarkan Rashford ataupun Sancho ke, dia nak masukkan the same identity, which is Elanga. Those players yang memang just going for pace. Defender Southampton dah defend, masukkan je lah Mata. I tak faham.
Day by day, guys, Rashford reminds me more and more of Gabriel Oberton. To be completely honest, you remember at one point he used to play for us.
True.
That is what he is now. He doesn't know. He doesn't have a clue what is he doing on there.
Just
pace with no brains. Some part of brain suddenly leaks from his head, I guess, and that's what he's doing.
Okay, you got a comment here by Justin.
Based on Justin's comment lah, I think I'll take this one lah, Dom. Basically, he asked why bring in Lingard instead of Mata. I mean, I have the same question about that. When he initially spoke about controlling the game with the ball, without the ball, transition play and so forth, I think we all were basically conned into believing it lah, put it that way. Because if he really wanted to control the game, he would have probably brought in Juan Mata instead of Jesse Lingard. Why? Mata is a player who is intelligent. He can control the game. He is just basically exclusive, put it that way. Instead, what he did is he brought in Jesse Lingard. Why? Because he still wants to play the ball from the back to the front. As simple as that, pump the ball and the forwards run. Pump the ball and the forwards run. There was least play from Manchester United in the middle of the park today. Very little. Though I would say that Pogba shined. He did pretty decent today, pretty well. And Bruno was running his ass off a little bit here and there. But he could also do better. But for me, playing the long ball simply is not a tactic. That is basically primary school kids, budak kampung main bola. Dari belakang you hantam dekat depan harapkan striker pergi jaring gol. That's about it. It's not a
similar as what Ole was actually doing. Okay, we got a comment here by
Precisely.
Shafiq Abdul Malik. Is it Fred better than McTominay? I think for today's game, just for today's game, right? I think I would say that McTominay and our midfield, I don't think we really had much of a problem today, just for today's game. So, and then McTominay was tenacious. I think I like his aggressiveness. I think he played pretty well today. But all of this, again, is overshadowed by the goal that we conceded. Everything. We could have talked about Paul Pogba. We could have actually put Paul Pogba's face and maybe McTominay's face, with McTominay with Smurf and whatnot. But then no, we got to end up having this kind of shitty type of discussions again and again for 3 times in a row. Shitty types of discussion. Okay, wait, let me see. All right, we got a comment here by Doc. All right, let's talk a bit about wingbacks, because I think many would agree that the one major responsibly for our goal that we considered is actually Dalot, right? Dalot, poor positioning, poor crosses, poor decision making. How can we say he's good, right? So maybe this one I'll point it to Pija. All right. So do you think it's time to actually bring Aaron Wan-Bissaka back into the mix?
Yes. All this while you guys keep on saying AWB is a bad crosser, you can now realize that Dalot is the same thing. And the worst is he is a poor defender than AWB. I rather have AWB rather than I have Dalot, because kita tahu if AWB would have been in that position, Varane wouldn't have to cover 2 players. Now Varane nak kena cover 2 tau. Dia nak kena cover Varane, Dalot dia nak kena cover Maguire. Nampak tak kepenatan yang berlaku kepada Varane sampaikan benda tu jadi. So for me, I tak tahu lah. I dah cakap lah. You guys keep on saying Dalot. Macam tadi I ada nampak one of the comment mengatakan Dalot, people are preferring Dalot because of dia much better ball control rather than AWB. No, bullshit lah. Memang I totally agree with that. You guys nampak Dalot better because dia nampak macam ni. Nampak tak masa yang the front end tu kan? Dalot dah counter attack, dia ada 2 players dekat depan tu tau. Which is kalau dia tolak early, I think Ilanga is the one yang free dekat depan tu. He could have released early, tapi dia nak masuk dalam, dia nak bagi pada Ronaldo je. I tak tahu lah, this, you guys keep on saying English click. Now we have Portuguese click. Dalot dapat bola, pom Ronaldo. Dalot dapat bola, pom Ronaldo. Itu je taktik dia. I tak tahu lah, mungkin Raf Radnik bagi tahu kat Dalot kot. Dalot dapat bola, bagi je Ronaldo. Bagi bola je kat Ronaldo. Itu je. Nonsense lah. All this nonsense. All this talk about Dalot is a better right back than AWB is, for me, rubbish. Totally rubbish.
Okay, guys, for those who haven't rated and vote for the man of the match, please follow the description below, all right? Because we will run through player ratings in a bit, all right? Let's talk a bit about Cristiano Ronaldo, all right? Smurf, what's your take on Cristiano Ronaldo's performance today and also his performance collectively in the past few games?
We don't have to go back. I think based on today, it was seriously disappointing. I'm not sure whether he's because of fatigue, he's tired, or basically he has probably just given up on Manchester United. I mean, it could be that way in a matter of fact. But for me, his contribution today was absolutely poor, really poor. I mean, his ball control was off. He had 1 or 2 opportunities, but he couldn't finish it. So no, I think Ronaldo was simply poor. I would have preferred to start if Cavani was on the bench. I think I would have been crying for Cavani to come in for Ronaldo, but unfortunately Cavani was not on the bench. And this is again one more thing. Why Ralph Rangnick do not take out a player who is not performing? Yes, he is a player who won 5 Ballon d'Or. He was a great player. He is still contributing to teams. But at the end of the day, if he is not performing or he is having an off day today, take him off. It's not him. It's the team. It's Manchester United. He is playing for the badge. Everybody there is playing for the badge. So the manager has to basically have some guts to basically take who he thinks his best player is off the pitch and replace it with another player who could contribute and make it 3 points instead of 1 point or 0 points. So this is something I really disagree with Ralph Rangnick today.
Okay, let's jump straight into the player ratings. All right, let's start off with Raj first. Raj, David De Gea.
David De Gea, I would easily give him an 8. I mean, he ensured that we didn't go back without any points. And he was awesome lah. 2 clutch saves in the first half, 2 fantastic saves, another important save in the second half. I really feel bad for De Gea. He could have gone to Real Madrid long ago, and his career would totally be different now. We would have been talking about a different goalkeeper altogether. But he's here. He's been stuck with us through thick and thin, and now he is surrounded by. As years pass by, right? You see the defenders that he had with him. I mean, you had Vidic and Ferdinand in front of him, and then gradually it went to Smaldini, and then as Smaldini and Phil Jones, who I feel are still better defenders than whichever clown that is there now. And you see our current defensive state. I think Varane is a very good addition, but to be completely honest, the team De Gea is trying his level best. He's back to his best, but I really feel bad for David De Gea. But as far as performance concerned, I'll give him an 8 easily.
Okay, the viewers rated David De Gea 6.7. Okay, let's go to our centre backs, Maguire and Varane. Smurf, you take this one, Smurf.
Raj on off day, is it? I think straightforward. Maguire was shit. Yes, he had one header on target, one shot on target, which was deflected too. But at the end of the day, if you as a captain cannot basically lead your team and basically give them motivation and show them what is needed when we are basically drawing or to push them more, I think he is basically a hopeless player. His defending wasn't all that great. Well, he made a first miss. The one that they claimed that it was a stem on the on the foot, stem on the foot in our penalty area. I think it's not. It wasn't intentional. Okay. Yes, I'm not going to be biased to him. It wasn't intentional. But what caused it was because he himself, his bloody self, because he got basically passed by the player initially. So if he did not get passed by the player, that wouldn't have happened. So at the end of the day, for me, Maguire is still a shit player. He deserved the transfer form to get out of the club. I'm only going to give him a 4.5.
Wait,
4.5 for turning up to the game.
Generous.
Yeah.
That's being generous.
Asma, I have a question. Why is it now
Yeah.
Raf Rangnick doesn't strip Maguire captaincy?
No, like I mentioned previously, I think in a previous video also we did mention that I have a gut feeling. I do not know how true is this, but my gut feeling tells me that basically the team, it works very much like some teams that I know of. It's all the team lineup, who plays, who the captain is all set up by the higher ranking officers, put it that way. I think it might be the board, it might be Glazers themselves. It looks that way to me because knowing Ralph Rangnick from his previous tenures with other clubs, he is not this sort of person. So even I really think that the call is being made by the top management.
Then if
Atau kan Pijal sebelum ni tambah mungkin dia ada gambar-gambar yang gambar-gambar Rafrat tak tahulah.
If that's the case, then he would probably have Ole's that one as well. Okay.
Yeah,
now,
I mean Ole also that was the problem lah, I guess.
He has a collection lah. He's a collection.
Probably is a stalker lah.
Okay.
But then just to add on a bit lah. So actually, I totally agree with you. I think we had a discussion that day, and it seems like they are selected based on what they're doing off the field. Okay, like charity work, for example, or exposure. They are doing a lot of things that exposes brings positivity to United, exposure to Manchester United. Okay, and also social media likes and follows and whatnot. Harry Maguire actually has 1.8 million followers, apparently. So I'm actually quite surprised. So that makes sense why they would actually, play him and whatnot. Okay, so carry on. Rafael Varane.
If, for instance, they were to have followers and haters, I think his haters would actually be times 2 than 1.8 million. Put it that way, at the end of the day. And if, for instance, if he needs another job, very simple, contact Gary Neville. If you really love Manchester United, get into the media because he loves to talk crap on the media. I think that be a press person, I think that will suit him better than being a captain or a player for Manchester United. So yeah, next Varane. I think Varane did covering a little bit for Maguire today, and
A lot.
Yeah, and the goal that we considered, I wouldn't say that Varane was not at fault. Well, he was also pretty off position. For me, the entire defense line was off position. They were man marking wrong people, wrong players. So because of that mistake, I'll probably give him a 5. That's about it.
Okay.
You see, right? One more thing before you proceed forward. You see all the players that play with Harry Maguire often get injured. All the other centre backs. How many times has Varane got injured? How many times has Lindelof got injured? How many times has Eric Bailly got injured? The problem is because you have a static person there, statue standing there, a tiang lampu that is standing there that is not doing any bloody duty. That is why the players around him have to do everything. Shaw almost died on the pitch today. Did you all notice that? How much work Shaw was putting in? I think he would have turned purple and fainted on the pitch.
Guys, another thing, right? You see, right? For us, okay, compared to Manchester United social media and whatnot, we are not that huge, right? We are going on the way to be huge, but we are not that huge yet. But then look at this. You see, just for the sake of talking about Maguire, how many comments we have? I give Smurf 10 points for rating Maguire shit. Tomorrow, Maguire will come out with his irritating social media post. Harry Maguire got many followers from the World Association of Ballerinas. You see, so yeah, makes sense, It makes sense. We unlocked the secret already. Why Harry Maguire starts day in, day out for Manchester United. Maguire, and another one,
Top
Maguire is a
management.
freaking lorry. Right?
Lorry
Okay, so,
moves.
Lorry
This fella
moves,
don't
at
move.
least. And Lorry got break, So Harry Maguire viewers rated 2.8, Rafael Varane 6.5. Okay, we go to
Wow,
our
I
next
was
set
really
of
that
players.
generous to Maguire today lah. Shit.
Okay, for next set of players, Pogba, Shaw and Delo,
Wingback.
Pijal. All right, Pijal.
Yep. If you ask me, Dalo, I rate him 2. Shaw, I rate him 5 or 6. It's about time. Throw out Dalo from the lineup, bring in AW back to the lineup because I'm sick and tired of watching. I think it's been like maybe past 3 or 4 games, all the goals are coming on the right side. Kita boleh nampak semua coming on the right side. I tak tahu lah kenapa, but it's about time Ralf Rangnick next game tolonglah masukkan balik AWB. I tak kisah dia rubbish crossing ke, attacking ke, can't beat players ke, at least on the back I know that there's something on defensive side yang dia memang dia tolong. So Dalo 2, Shaw I kasih dia 5 lah. 2 je. Because macam Raj kata lah kan. Shaw dia buat kerja kuat sangat sampai nak kena cover Maguire orang berpeluh-peluh dia. Memang kata sesak nafas tau. Shaw. So for me 5 okay lah.
Saya takut dia pengsan tau dekat padang tadi. That was what I was scared. He was almost turning purple already. I think another 10 more minutes he would have died on the pitch, I think.
Okay.
No lah, but I think for Dalot, you got to be a little fair to him lah. Yes, he was shitty defending. Put it that way, he was all over the place. But well, he got a very, very good shot on target. And again, Pijal, you were talking about his hold back on the pass instead of passing first time to Ilanga or Ronaldo, who was running towards goal in the second half when he came in. Well, if you look at it properly, both Ilanga and Ronaldo, I'm not sure if it was Ronaldo or Bruno, I don't know this. Rashford. Both of them was clearly offside and he could not pass. If he made that pass, they would have been offside. This is the reason why he hold back.
Yeah, I know. I can maybe understand in terms of dia tak nak buat passing ke semua. But you can see, even Dom also cakap 102 minutes, one successful cross tau masa lawan Middlesbrough tu. Imagine lah. And then itu lawan Middlesbrough. Belum lagi lawan masa lawan Burnley. I rasa Burnley pun tak tahu berapa banyak successful crossing pun yang dia boleh buat. And then lawan ni pun I rasa sekali je.
I agree. I'm not saying that he is basically
cross by Dalo.
I understand.
Then why are we
I'm not saying that. No, I'm just saying that we got to be fair to him as well. He did a little bit. So for me, 2 a bit low lah, bro. You gave him 2, right?
We got a comment by Doc Nola Smurf. He's had a run of games, not adding anything much to attacks and a liability at the back. This is very true. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka deserves a run of games. And one good thing that I actually point out earlier, the previous episodes of Ralf Rangnick, is he actually give players a run of games. So right now, I think my point of view, Dalo, I think his time is up already. Now, time to see what Aaron Wan-Bissaka can do with maybe 3 to 5 games.
Yeah, no, at the end of the day, you got both of them are right backs. You talk about Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you talk about Dalot. They are both right backs. What is their primary objective in the game? Defending. And if you ask me, who's the better defend? AWB, no doubt about it.
Definitely.
And going up, who is a little bit better than the other person is Dalot, but it's not contributing or making a huge difference to the team. So therefore, I would agree with Pijal. I would agree with whoever who wants to start Aaron Wan-Bissaka again. But keep in mind that I'm also a big fan of Brandon Williams, who just recently won the player of the month
For
award with
Norwich. For Norwich, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
and well, I'm not calling him back now. I want him to progress in Norwich, and hopefully he comes back next season and make that position his.
No
right
worries,
or
no
left back.
worries. Smurf, next season, right back, we'll have Brandon Williams back, and on the left wing, we have Martial back. Ons. Okay, viewers rated Luke Shaw 5.5, Diego Dalot 5.6. Okay, our next 5.6. Okay, next set of players: Pogba, McTominay, Bruno, Raj.
I think the three of them did well today. To be completely honest, all three of them did well. Out of the three, I would give Pogba higher than the other two because Pogba was all over the place. When caught in a tight space, Pogba is one of those few players who can have the little flicks and tricks to turn off 3-4 players and take the ball away.
Yes.
So and from a deep lying position, his passing, the way he spreads the pass and all is fantastic. So I would give Pogba easily a 7. And the other two, McTominay and Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes was practically running himself to the ground. He was running everywhere around the pitch. McTominay was decent as long as he was on the pitch. So both McTominay and Bruno Fernandes, I'll give them 6.
Yeah, some say that Paul Pogba is playing for a contract or whatever it is. But for me,
whatever it is, he's
saying
doing
that-
well. So
yeah.
it's fine.
But for me, I'm taking it as he's actually playing for his number one fan, Said. He's playing for Said, all right, guys. He's not playing for a contract. He's playing for Said, all right. Some positiveness right here, all right. Paul Pogba viewers rated 7. Scott McTominay 5.4. Bruno Fernandes 6.2. Okay, our next set of players: Sancho, Rashford, Cristiano Ronaldo. All right, I'm going to point this to Smurf.
Rashford, straightforward. I'm only going to give him a 4. I mean, besides banging into the walls, he did nothing much. Besides that one square pass, put it away to Sancho. Well, in regards for Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm sorry, I am a CR7 fan, but for me, I think he deserves a 4.5 at max today. He had a few opportunities, and yeah, some people are saying that. No, some people are also saying that he did not have much more opportunities. The team was not helping him in front or crossing to him or passing to him in front. That's utter bullshit to me because he had his opportunities and he did not take his opportunities, as simple as that. So, I mean, there was one pass by Sancho. He should have buried that at the end early of the game. The game might have ended up different, but he did not. So, for me, non-biased, I'm only going to give him a 4.5 today's performance. And in regards to Sancho, I'll give him a little bit more, probably 5.5. He looked hungry in the first half. He was running from defense to the forward and forward back to defense. He contributed in the goal. He even passed to Cristiano Ronaldo, which he should have achieved assist on that. So for Sancho, 5.5, because at the end of the day, the whole team
Sancho
was
5.5, bro.
Yes, 5.5.
Sancho 5. Oh no, I think he's one of the. I mean, if just say we would have won the game, I think he would have been a contender for the man of the match, man. I think 5.5.
Well, if you want to say if you want to give him a little higher, I would certainly disagree with it because at the end of the day, he could have contributed a bit more. Well, there was a lot of balls going towards the flanks from the back. If you look at it, the defense, especially in the first half, the defenders was bypassing the midfield. There was no Pogba, there was no Bruno. I mean, they were running towards the ball most of the time. Forward, it was all long balls. So when you give long balls like that, Sancho was running. Rashi was also running at the end of the day.
Different. I mean, I have to disagree with you. Here, I have to disagree with you. We are literally playing with 9 players without one centre back and without one winger, right? And then with being a winger, right, Sancho, I think he's growing into confidence. He's actually doing things that we want him to do. It's a joy watching him play, you know. But I mean, maybe it's in contrast with what Rashford is doing, that's why I'm feeling this way, But every time he gets the ball, you feel exciting, looking forward to something. Whereas for Rashford, for example, right, literally you know what is going to happen. He's going to run straight to a player or he's going to lose the ball. So I don't know. I still think it's a bit harsh, but what do you guys think? The viewers, what do you guys think for Sancho, right? Let me see here. viewers rated collectively 7.3 for Sancho. Rashford is a 5.5. Ronaldo is a 5. Okay, I'm not gonna. We're not gonna rate the subs, all right? Because I think they pretty much didn't contribute much. I'm gonna jump straight into Ralph Ragnick. I'm gonna point this to Pija. Ralph Ragnick, Pija.
I mean,
Hai
jury's out,
dong.
right?
Hai dong. I dah bagi mukadimah tadi kat mula-mula tadi. I can still kata he is another deluded coach. You guys keep on saying he's the professor of gegenpressing. He is something that, oh, there's gonna be an attacking game after this. I'm so looking forward for Ralph Ragnick coming back here. All those are bullshit. Kita lawan dengan bottom 10 team from the moment dia appoint from Crystal Palace until now. We are playing against the bottom 10. Now 3 game straight, 1 gol, 1 gol, 1 gol. Carry, 3 game pun boleh dapat 6 gol lah. Carry, mereka carry. Our interim, not so called interim lah. Our interim of interim dapat 6 gol lah. He is not a professor. He is never have a license coach. Dia tak ada benda tu. So now you guys are saying Ralph Ragnick is this. Ralph Ragnick are gonna make this club better. Oh, nanti dia akan pergi ke consultancy, nanti dia akan make, oh, he can play, oh, player dia boleh pilih, semua dia boleh. All those are bullshit. Those are bullshit statement from you guys. Now I'm just gonna say, if Ralph Ragnick cannot handle this player, then don't. For next season, if he's become our consultancy, that's it. I don't believe in him anymore. Okay?
Mic drop.
I don't
Boom.
believe.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
Don't,
Gitu,
yeah,
mic drop.
it's a mic drop. Betul tu. That's it for me. So, yelah macam Stress aku.
I chill you down. I got a comment here by Josh. I gotta read this out. Marcel, 9 for 2 assists. Okay. What a difference he would have made if he was still in the team right now. Just saying. All right.
No. Okay, one more thing I tak faham. Kita playing home against a bottom 10 team. Dia bawa 4 defender dekat bench. 4 defender kat bench. Untuk apa? Untuk bertahan. Lepas dah skor 1 nak bertahan. Buat apa masukkan 4 pack? I rather he call any youngsters or any academy attacking player masuk, dapatkan experience. At least not, kalau tak bawa semua 4-4 pun, bawa 2 pun, bawa 1 pun okay. And give them experience. Dan dah bawa 4.
This shows, right?
Bawa 4 defender. Phil Jones, Lindelof, AWB.
This shows, right, that we actually screwed up the January transfer window lah. We actually
don't talk about January transfer window. Don't talk about
serious to trim our squad down without having replacement and whatnot. I think this is messing everything up lah. Actually, we got a good comment here, right? Let me share this. Right. By Dave B. The reality for Manchester United is they have no permanent manager, no idea who their permanent manager will be, multiple players who are cruising through to the end of the contracts when they will leave, all right? And for free, and a board incapable of showing anything vaguely approaching leadership. So what do you guys think about this particular statement? Raj, what do you think about this statement?
I've been saying this for the longest of times, ever since I'm here. Board's useless. The board is completely useless. The Tuka manager, we have changed the manager. We have replaced at the clown. All right. So next thing that needs to go, the only constant that has been here ever since Sir Alex left is Glazers and the board. They need to go in totality. Punkus all of them, get someone else to purchase this team, get us back to where we belong. Listen to the fans. That's the most important thing they need to do. The whole week, what was the whole problem that was going on? Nobody wanted Maguire to start today. People were saying, if Maguire starts, we don't know what will happen. True enough, he was not involved in the goal. He almost cost us the entire game. That's the truth of the matter. So, we need a board. You remember not so long ago, not even a year ago, we had this issue where suddenly the Glazers said, oh, fans will have a say in the team. They can actually
bullshit.
Blah, blah, blah. All that drama that they came up with to actually save themselves from the European Super League or some nonsense that they tried to create. We need the Glazers to go. Until and unless the green and yellow movement doesn't go full swing, doesn't go. People are walking out of Old Trafford today, guys. The camera pan to the stands and people are walking out of Old Trafford. We are playing Southampton, a team that we beat in an empty stadium 9-0 last season. Do you guys remember that? And today, with arguably Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the best in the world, all right, for 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, whatnot and all, we are struggling. We are not playing as a team. So it all comes down to so many things.
Okay, a comment by DL King. The truth is Ralph can't handle the bot.
Completely
Smurf,
agree.
with bot like ours, right? Which particular manager do you think can actually handle this whole
No,
situation?
like I said previously, I think in our latest session of the video, you had world-class managers. I mean, whether you like it or not, Jose Mourinho is a world-class manager. Okay, he have won a lot of trophies. You have got managers from all day coming in, new managers. Okay, you had Louis van Gaal, and who was a successful manager? I mean, yeah, you won 1-2 trophies. Jose won one, and if I'm not wrong, Louis van Gaal won as well. But that's about it. But even, I mean, put it this way, with Manchester United's board today, okay, Manchester United's board today, you got to put Ralph Rangnick up. There's no point. There's only two options. Put it this way: the best is we buy a puppet, we put it by the bench, we put it by the bench every home game or away game. We bring this puppet to the away game, we put it in a stadium because we don't need a manager. Everything is basically controlled by the board, which they do not know anything about football. The only thing they know, and yes, I respect them, is they know how to make money. But come on, put business aside. Football is football. Let the football people run the football and business people run the business. I think that would actually do better. And put it this way, you want anybody or any manager to be successful in Manchester United with our current incompetent board, and of course with our idiots of owners, put it that way. You want to ruin Pep Guardiola's career, you want to ruin Jurgen Klopp's career, one of the top managers, Luis Enrique, put it that way. You bring in Pochettino, you bring in Eric Ten Hag, any manager, you name it, world-class managers, the best in the world at the moment, whoever you think there is, you bring in and put it in Manchester United. It's just a matter of time before this guy is basically going to get his
thrown
career
under
ruined.
the bus.
Yes,
Bro,
he's going to get his
Pochettino is not
career
a
ruined.
world-class manager. He cannot.
Whoever.
No Poch, no Poch,
Whoever you
don't
guys,
jinx. Whatever
No,
we jinx,
whoever-
don't jinx that. Poch is not.
No.
Poch, don't come. We're not asking you to come.
I
here,
don't
huh?
want Poch as well, but what I mean is whoever that the fans want to bring in as a manager, they think is a world-class manager, put it there. What's going to happen in a matter of time? The United board and the United owners is simply going to ruin their career. As simple as that.
Okay, I think we'll end the stream with this last comment by Brian Lila, right? Everyone wants Glazers out. Have you guys worked for bosses who sack themselves or a boss who sold his company although making money? Okay, and I can say collectively, right, out of the life and out of the performance and whatnot, right? Today, only one guy I think who is smiling because I think he finally proved his point. So it's pretty obvious who is it. I'll just keep it at that, all right? And like usual, please like, share, comment, all right? And we'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Take care.